Hello friends. Returning to my channel, today's news has, at dusk on June 28, a series of artillery shells simultaneously opened fire on many positions of U.S. forces throughout eastern Syria in province of Deir ez-Zor. This is a strategic area with a particularly important position with the large presence of U.S. military forces protecting the Omar oil fields as well as a springboard to deploy support activities for the U.S. Army. Syrian democracy. He boldly checked the red line, immediately received a direct hit from Russia. The general attack took place at around 7:44 p.m., local time. A series of rockets were fired directly at U.S. forces in Syria. The area under attack is also where the U.S. is hosting a military base. U.S. forces were hit with a barrage of rockets, said Colonel Wayne Maroto, spokesman for the U.S.-led International Military Coalition. We have taken defensive actions, retaliating at the sites where rockets were launched. The daring attack is believed to be a revenge strike by pro-Iranian forces in response to an earlier U.S. military strike on Tehran-backed armed groups in Syria on Monday. According to Izvestia, the Russian Navy and aerospace forces will carry out coordinated actions in the Mediterranean Sea with platforms carrying hypersonic weapons including aircraft, surface ships, submarines and missile systems. Coastal fire, Bastion. For the first time in history, MiG-31K fighters, two 22M3 long-range bombers and a large group of ships of the Black Sea Fleet were sent to Syria for this mission. Izvestia named the military forces that Russian defense officials have assembled in the region. According to the Russian newspaper, during the exercises, in conditions as close to a real-life situation as possible, the capabilities of Russian naval aviation will be tested. One of the tasks is to transfer target designation data from aircraft and ships to missile-carrying platforms, including MiG-31K fighters with Dagger, Kinzhal, hypersonic missiles, ministry sources Russian defense told Izvestia. This advanced weapon can destroy enemy targets from hundreds of kilometers away in just a few minutes. The arrival of the MiG-31K in Syria was announced by the Russian Ministry of Defense on June 25. This is the first time these planes have appeared outside of Russia. They flew to the base in Khmeimim without weapons. Sources from the British Ministry of Defense added that the hypersonic Kinzhal missiles were delivered by military transport aircraft. Along with the MiG-31K, at least 3 Tu-22M3 long-range bombers with new anti-ship missiles are also deployed there. They first appeared in Syria just a month ago, after the reconstruction of the runway at the Khmeimim base was completed. These bombers are protected by permanent Su-35 fighters here. In addition, several Tu-142Mk and Il-38 anti-submarine aircraft flew from the Northern Fleet to Yeysk, western Russia. They will also participate in rehearsals. The Black Sea Fleet has sent its flagship, the missile cruiser Moskva, to the Mediterranean Sea. This year, it completed repairs, restored to technical readiness and received new Vulcan missiles. The Moskva is accompanied by the frigates, Admiral Essen, and Admiral Makarov diesel submarines, Stary Oskal, and Rostov-on-Don carrying Caliber cruise missiles. The group was supported by several ships from the Mediterranean Squadron. The participation of nuclear submarines of the Northern Fleet is not excluded. A matching partner in the exercises of the Russian forces will be the British Navy Strike Group, led by the Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier, located not far from the Russian bases. From the area near the island of Cyprus, the country's planes have been carrying out airstrikes on the IS group in Iraq and Syria for the past several days. Earlier, the British destroyer Defender visited the Black Sea, where it was alleged by the Russian side to violate its territorial waters. This provocative action, according to the Russian side, was prevented by the Black Sea Fleet along with Russian border guards. The British Navy's first full-range long-range cruise in a decade kicked off in May. The group not only visited the Mediterranean, but also traveled to Southeast Asia. The British fleet consisted of the aircraft carrier Queen Elizabeth, the destroyers Defender and Diamond, the frigates Kent and Richmond, an Astute-class nuclear attack submarine and support ships, the American destroyer Sullivans and Dutch frigate Evertsen.